Hello everybody, how's it going? I'm Vespillo, and I hope you guys are having a lovely day. I wanted to talk about one of the problems of Titanfall 2, and there's definitely some pretty big problems where I feel like Legion and Tone are way out of balance. They're just completely out of whack right now. But the most glaring problem right now is, oh wait, hold on, guys, check this shit out.
I saw that.
Oh,
He did it. Twitch fame.
thank God, because I did that the other day and lost the recording because I'm a scrub basically. So like I said in that clip, I'd gotten another pulse blade kill and then immediately followed it up with a double melee on some guys, and then I went to go check the recording. It was gone. So I was very, very disappointed. But that's all right. I'll be hunting to try to get some more, and I got a montage in the works for you guys that I want to make here pretty soon. I got tons of footage. I probably actually got like 5 montages, but I'll probably just make one really good one, or maybe 2 really good ones, but we'll see. So anyway, on to the actual topic of the video. I wanted to kind of talk about the map hack boost in particular and some general problems, because I guess the general problems are really just Scorch and Legion right now seem like really overpowered. Ion seems pretty good where he's at. Ronan seems weak. North Star seems slightly weak, but North Star is really, really, really on the border of good balance. North Star and Ion may actually be the 2 better balanced ones. Scorch is pretty good as well, but Scorch can destroy stuff. But anyway, I really wanted to focus more on the map hack, because there's kind of this problem where when you combine map hack with Pulse Blade and Tone's tracker round, it gets a little ridiculous. And essentially, you're doing something that is really bad for the player in the end. And that is, you're kind of substituting player skill or situational awareness or game sense, as some people call it. You're really taking that away from the player and you're doing it for them in the game. And really, this has been my gripe about like the Smart Pistol and the Smart Core from, since basically I've started making videos. That's the thing that I've complained the most about, is that again, you're taking a vital skill towards an FPS and you're doing it for the player. And I have a huge problem with that. And I think it's detracting from the fun of the game, really, and from the fun of watching it, from the fun of playing it, from this game being a viable competitive game in the esports community. I think all of that is very detrimental, leaving these kinds of things in. I understand that, like, if you wanted to put targets on a mini map, that would certainly be one thing, because in a sense you sort of have to take your eye off the main screen and check the mini map in order to have that kind of awareness. I'm fine with that. I do think that is kind of a skill to understand when to check that and when not to, because sometimes checking it can get you killed, and that's a problem. But when people are literally glowing through walls, like, that's a whole nother story entirely. What really ends up happening is that there's this cycle where players who make poor decisions are basically rewarded because they can get back on track towards getting another map hack, where they'll play, anybody who can figure out how to install Titanfall can kill grunts and specters. Like, that's not hard to do. So just doing that will earn you your map hack. So as soon as you get your Titan down, if you just lose it in this like horrific ball of fire and stupidity and just make a terrible decision and lose your Titan, well, you're just that much closer to your map hack. And so that to me hurts the player in the long run. and it takes away from the game of when I'm playing and everybody can see my location through the wall and knows exactly where I am, but I don't know where they are because for whatever reason my teammates can't figure out how to get those map hacks and have them up constantly, and they're not trying to use a loadout that's, you know, Tone with his tracker round and pulse blade and map hack all in one pilot kit, and you're just like this walking wall hack where you're just throwing this stuff up as well, because in this game they made the animation completely one-to-one. It's totally smooth. It's not balanced at all like it was with active radar pulse, where there was kind of that jerky delay which balanced out the ability and made it strong if you could get used to it. But if you know, I tried it a couple times and I just never really liked it, and I didn't want to stick with it long enough because I didn't really like the core concept of being able to see through walls in a first-person shooter. I think part of being a good first-person shooter player is having, you know, an appropriate level of situational awareness to understand where the players are going to be, where they're coming from, listening for footsteps through walls. That's all part of the game, and it should be part of the game. Doing that for the player hurts them in the long run. And let me tell you, I was very pleased recently to see in a game, I came across a old Titanfall 1 player who exclusively used the smart pistol. And I mean exclusively. The guy was playing in a pub stomp group, full group of 6 on attrition, and ran into our guys, and he got 0 kills because in all of Titanfall 1, all he ever did was use the smart pistol. So now in Titanfall 2, he didn't get a single pilot kill the entire game of attrition because he can't aim, because he's been playing this game for 3 years that's done everything for him. And now when he plays a game that doesn't, or it doesn't do it as heavily, he just doesn't know what to do. And that's a problem. I don't think Respawn is doing their fan base any kind of favors by hurting them in this way. So I would like to see it changed. I would like to see all the painting gotten rid of. So that's my opinion. Thank you guys so much for watching, and enjoy.